Hi everyone, Sean back with some more work on the Mini. This is the coolest mod you can do for an R53 Mini. I'm upgrading the Pulley and that gives you the most bang for buck in these cars. So join me, let's put it in. So here it is. Here's the stuff we need. Look at this bad boy. This guy here is a pulley puller, and I made sure I got this because I did not want to have an issue trying to pull that old pulley off. I've heard all these horror stories, I've looked on YouTube and seen some horrors, and I didn't want to contribute to one of those horror stories. So you need this. Essentially, this goes on, it's actually, the circumference is the right size to go straight onto your existing factory puller. And this essentially here, this bolt goes right into the center of your existing factory pulley, and essentially you just screw it in and it just pulls it out. That's the idea anyway. Well, we'll see. We have a new belt, so that's a new belt for the pulley I'm putting in. And here is the pulley. Yeah, look at that. That is sensational. That is a Cravenspeed 15%. Decided to go for a 15% because I do want to track this, obviously, and the heat that you generate on a track can be quite high. You can run 17, even 19 on the road, but for track work, if you want a track rat of some sort, you should go 15. It generates less heat. Essentially, the difference between a 15 and a 17 is not that much. A 17 will give you a little bit more punch low down, but as it accelerates, as heat generates, the CPU, factory CPU, tends to retard the power to protect the engine. That's, as I understand anyway. I've gone for the 15. So with these pulleys, you have a collar. So essentially with these collars, you put the collar on the shaft here and the pulley fits over essentially like that. And as you tighten the pulley down here, it pulls down on the collar and the collar clamps down on the shaft. That's how it's supposed to work. Not much to it. And obviously got some bolts. The other thing we need, and we'll be changing, is some new spark plugs. And these are cooler rated spark plugs. So they are one step colder than factory. And they are Iridium plugs, so they should be good. There you go. And the other thing we need is this tool. Yeah. Check this buddy out. This is a lever essentially used to for the tensioner, I think it is. Can't remember what you call it. Tensioner, lever thing, don't know. Anyway, you'll see anyway as we use it. And I got that as well. So we're all set. Let's get this car jacked up. This part always gives me the heebie-jeebies. I just wonder whether it's just gonna crumple in the side of my car. That's just weird. Anyway, that's how everyone does it. Oh. Okay, next step is take this liner off so we can get at the supercharger pulley. To do that, you gotta take out the clips here, 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 over here, up here, and there's a screw here, up there, just there, and there's another one around the bottom here. There's another one down here somewhere. Where the heck was it? Here. Another one here. So screw those out, and they're just these clips. They just pop out. And then the idea is to take this and pull it out of the way. So let's do that now. So we've taken off the guard. Now you can have a good look at the pulleys that are in here. There's a crankshaft pulley here. I think that's the idler pulley. And the supercharger pulley is up in there. There it is. And that's what we'll be changing. So before we go any further, we also need to get underneath the car, and we've got to unhook the lower engine mount, and we'll do that now. So we need to take this off. This is the power steering fan, so we'll undo that. 2 bolts there. We've also got to take off the engine mount, which is here. So 1 bolt here, 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 and here. So 4 bolts. Okay, we've undone these. Lower engine mount. We've taken off the, unhooked the fan, power steering fan, and we've also taken the shroud off that covers the engine mount. Now we put the block of wood under here when we jack it up. I'll put that under the jack and then it'll lift up from here. That's it, that's all we have to do under the car. So this is where you put the block of wood. So check it out. You put a block of wood under the engine right on this side. On this side, you bias along this side because you want to lift it up more so on this corner rather than the other end. Yeah, that's the plan anyway. So we'll see. Hi everyone, back again. It's actually day 2. Trap for new YouTubers. SD cards run out of space. And when they do, it takes a while to copy all that stuff off. And then ran out of a battery as well. Anyway, here day 2, and I'm going to finish the pulley upgrade. So let's continue. So we've done all the work underneath the car. Now what we have to do is we take off the engine mount bracket, and to do that we've got to undo 2 bolts here. I think there's 16s, 2 bolts at the back here. You can't see, but there's 2 bolts here. Top bolt, and we'll take off the earth bolt here. Let's go do that now. $18 has to be the one I don't have. $19. Yeah, it's annoying. Huh? $18. It's like the 10mm spanner. Where the heck is 18? Oh my goodness, 217. Oh my goodness, freaking 2 17s next to each other. This is driving me insane. Would you believe it's the last one? Alright, get all these out of the way. Take this off. Need to put up the engine, I think. You also want to take this radiator bracket off. It takes pressure off because the engine's getting pulled up. It puts pressure on that. So next stage is the getting the tension off the belt, and we use this tool. And this goes onto the bolt of the tensioner, and this hooks in. These two little bolts go into the side of the tensioner. Let's see if I can give you a bit of a look. I don't know whether you can see the two holes? So those two holes, that's what one end of the tensioner remover tool thingo does, and then you put it onto the bolt there. Okay, so now that we've taken the tension off, we can... Whoa, forgive that, that's just looks shocking. LED light makes it flick. Anyway, so all we do is come to here, and this is the... well, I'm blocking off the light again. See what I'm doing, or what's the point? So I'm going to take off this. Easiest way is to slip it off the... Oh, look at that psychedelic. You slip it off the tensioner here. So it slips off, and it should come off. And look at that. It's coming off. No, you want to. Get off. Seemed easier in the pictures. Come on. Get off. How hard can it be? Something's holding you up. What is that? I'm gonna need to lower it. Hang on. The next part, last part before we get into the pulley, we need to remove this, what do we call the heck it is? Tensioner, pulley tensioner. So there's a couple of bolts here, a couple of bolts down there. Let's do that now. So now that we've got the two top bolts undone, sorry, we'll lower the engine to get at the bottom two to get the tensioner off. So here it is. I've got it out of the car. It's like a new one actually. I don't know. So there you go. You get a good look at where you put that. Put it into the second hole, basically, and it compresses the spring, enables you to take the tension off the belt, get the belt out. So we've got the tensioner out, I've jacked it up. Now we should have a clear shot here to the pulley with the pulley remover. And now we just need to get the pulley remover and put it on. And this is the scary part. The other thing we're going to do is put some lithium spray on here. And on the bolt. So that's going to get hot, potentially. We also want to put a pair of vice grips around this as well to hold it in. We don't want this to move. Well, you would have thought I put it on before I did that. Yeah. I need 2 pairs of hands. Oops. Whew, boy. There's some smoke coming off that. I nearly thought I'd have to angle grind it off, and I'll take you through what happened. Let me just finish this for a sec. So I'm going to call it a night for now. I've got the pulley on, thank goodness for that. And I'm going to continue tomorrow because I'm running out of light. Although this looks pretty good here on the screen that I'm looking at, but we'll wait. I'm about to have dinner anyway, so we'll continue tomorrow and we'll finish it off. See ya. Back for day 3. It's taken a bit longer than expected, but I'm only doing this after work each day, so that's the reason. It's my excuse anyway. So what we're going to do today is put back on, I'm going to put the tensioner back on. Got a new belt to put on with it. But I might just cover over a couple of things that happened yesterday with the install yesterday, because it didn't go according to plan, at least not at the start anyway. And the clamshell that I use, this guy here, as it was pulling this out for the first time, you could see this whole pulley start to bend and twist under the sheer force of it being pulled out. And I'm glad as soon as I saw it sort of start to deform, I stopped and thought, we probably need to make sure this is a lot tighter. And that's where I put the vice clamps over this. Hang on, I'm back in sec, just wait. Yeah, so these things here, I kid you not, they save my white buns. You put this over the pulley like this, and you tighten it down, and you just do it as much as you can. You just do this until you just can't even screw this in anymore, and you've got to use all your strength to close it. And it was only then that it actually held. I reckon that's what saved it. And then as this gets I guess screwed in by the impact drill, it actually started to come away. And as soon as it broke that tension and started to come away, then I knew I was okay. But even when it was doing it, I mean, there was smoke pouring off this puppy. Geez, it puts a lot of pressure on it. It's a real seat of the pants activity, I can tell you. I was just thinking, oh, I hope I'm not one of those 2% that have to angle grind this off, because angle grinding this off would not have been fun. So now all I've done is put the tensioner back on. It's all I've had time to do during the week after work. Haven't had much time to do anything else. So today we're going to put the belt back on. So this is the size for pulley that's had the 15 or the 17 as I understand. So should be good. 60535. So this should be smaller than the factory one. Let's have a look, just for curiosity. Oh, it's definitely smaller. Yeah, it's smaller. Yeah. I'll just keep telling myself that. Sure, it's smaller. How bad can it be? Now, have one last look at my diagram. So down supercharger and around the tensioner. The last thing I've got to do is put it around the tensioner. So it's the only thing that doesn't have teeth. Grooves, I mean. Okay, let's give this a red hot go. Okay. There we go, around the bottom one. And then around this one. Who designed this anyway? This is stupid. Where's my diagram? What the heck? Oh, there's pulleys everywhere. What the heck is going on? Right. You go under there. Gotta tell you, I've done this before. It's freaking confusing. Go on. So pulley's back on, the belt's on, earth strap's on, the reticulating hose and valves are all back on. Obviously I've put the all of the engine mounts back on. This little guy's back on. You loosen that off so it goes up. That's about it. And then I've put all the fascias back in. So all this stuff, all of the wheel guard, inner wheel guard, and there's one under here as well. So we put that in as well. We've put the power steering fan back in. It's all back in. So we are ready to put in the spark plugs. So normally you'd be able to get at the spark plugs, but because this is a lot bigger intercooler than standard, I have to take this off to get at these plugs. So we'll do that now. The reason why I do this is I don't want to drop anything down the engine bay. You'll hear me say that a lot. Because, good reason, because I've dropped one down there. And I don't know where it is. One day I'll find it. Let's hopefully it's not a bad thing when I do find it. It's stuck in a crevice somewhere. When I do the engine rebuild, I'll find it. Last time I did this, it's easier just to pull it out. Like so. Righty-ho. Here we go. Righto, number 4. Another beautiful looking spark plug. Look at that one. It's like I bought one. So the problem I have is this. If I... What the heck? Oh, wrong way. Yeah, geez. So if I put that in there, that is so freaking tight. And I've put a bit of lubricant down here, but the rubber on this socket, it's a brand new one. It's a king chrome, it's no slouch, should be good. But I can tell you I'll be putting it in the... Hypothetically it gets put in. Where's the extension bar? So even with the extension bar, check this out. So you screwed it all down, tight, yep, half turn, yep, done. And you go to pull it out and you go like that, or worse still, you do that. Look at that. That little sucker's gonna stay in the engine. It's going, I don't want to go home. It will just sit in there like that. Now I'm going to spend 15 hours trying to get this sucker out. So I'm not going to do that. So what I'm buying is a really long single socket that's going to stick out, and even if I can grab hold of the socket and pull that sucker out. So unfortunately I've stopped again. So what do you guys think? I just reckon that is too tough. It just clips in and just it's so tough to pull out. I'm telling you, my spidey senses are tingling. This is gonna get stuck. It really will. And I'll be spewing for hours trying to get this darn thing out. I can just feel it in my bones. Feel it in my waters. So it's not going to happen. Sorry guys. I shall see you soon. Hi everyone, I'm back again and I can continue to put the spark plugs in because I've been able to borrow a tool that'll work. I've got a spark plug remover, spark plug socket that isn't tight enough that the spark plug doesn't get stuck in it, so it'll easily come out. Now I can go. Check it out. Comes out. Won't get stuck. That's good. So let's get these in because I can't wait to take this for a drive. Well, that's done. Ready to drive. I got to say special thanks to Lucas if you're watching for that spark plug socket. Saved me. Awesome. Thank you. Can't wait to drive it. Let's take it out. Alright, let's take this for a spin. Apparently the supercharger should be quite a bit louder. Let's see if that's the case. Oh, that's cool. Oh man, that's cool. Hello. Little bumblebees coming. Whoa. That's cool. Let's not run over kids. Okay, it's got more pickup. Definitely has more pickup. It's not like bolting on a huge turbo. It's definitely got more pickup, and the supercharger's whining louder. That's true. Okay, it's just. That's not slow. Okay, yeah. It's got more torque straight off the bat. cunt in your seat. Like, I'm not, but it's quicker. It's quicker. Makes me want to think I should have put the 17 on. But it's gonna be. Let's take off the anti-party button. Take off the stability control, because that sucks power. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's try it again. Supercharger sounds cool. Do you like it? Let's see. Not bad. Let's get some pickup. Traffic. Yeah, it's cool. It's like it's in pain. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I think it does make me wonder what the 17 would be like. Like, got to admit, power's intoxicating, a little bit of power, and you go, just wouldn't mind a little bit more. At least nothing went bang. At least I put it together, right? That's a good thing. Because it comes on straight away because it's supercharged, it is a different dynamic. You can light it up pretty quick though. Yeah, it's nice. It's just this constant. It's this constant push all the way to the red line. Just pull. And a cut. Everyone says to chuck a pulley on. Chuck a pulley on. So overall, great. It's a great upgrade. I really understand why people do it. It's that extra pounds of boost into the supercharger makes a big difference. It comes on a bit quicker and harder. Hits you a little bit harder, but it's a constant, just a little bit more of a constant push through the rev range. It is noticeable. Be interesting to see. Yeah. Wonder how hard it is. Yeah. How hard it is to take a 15 off, put a 17 on. No, let's leave it at 15 because of the heat, and we want to take it onto a track, so it is the right decision. I believe it as it is, but it is nice. Good upgrade, like it. Anyway guys, there you go, good result. See you next time.